theme communication unit info point, and this is video 4. In previous video tutorials we've set up a slide master, created all the titles for our slides, and then we've added all the text, images and videos that we require within each of those slides. In this video tutorial I'm going to show you how to make this information point interactive by using buttons. So first of all, to do that I'm going to have all of the buttons linking from the home slide, which is this slide here. So I'm going to delete this box to start with, and I'm going to insert a shape, and the shapes that I'm going to be using will end up being my buttons. So you can choose an appropriate shape. You could have circle buttons, square buttons, any sort of button that you like. You could even use arrows if you like. I'm just going to use square buttons. So I'm going to choose the square tool, and then I'm going to just draw out a square here. I can format that square if I want by clicking on the format ribbon and changing its style. And then I can right click on that button, edit the text, and then I can add whatever text it is that I want. Now obviously what I'm going to do is I'm going to label these buttons with the title of each of the slides. So my first button will say how computers work, second button will say what is binary, etc. So I'm just going to set that up. Right click, edit text, how computers work. Again, you can change the font within here by selecting it, changing its color if you wish. You might want to change its size also, as it might be too big, so you might need to make it smaller, like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create all the buttons that I require to link to the 5 information slides. I'll just pause the video. As you can see, I've created my 5 buttons. You might need to play around with the sizes of them so that they all fit on the screen. But they're the 5 buttons that I need at the minute to take me to the information slides. Okay, I haven't worried about the quiz slides yet. I'm just concentrating on the information slides. So what I need to do now is I need to make these interactive. I need to make it so that when I click on them, it takes me to the appropriate slide. It will only work when we're in the slideshow view. So I'll just show you the minute that it doesn't work by clicking on this button. And you can see that if I click these buttons, all it's really doing is just taking me to the next slide. I'll show you that again quickly. Here. If I click any of these, it's just going to take, it's not taking me to the what's an input device slide, it's just taking me to the next slide. So what I need to do is I need to make them interactive. And to do that, we right click on the buttons, making sure that you're on the edge, not in the text here. You want to right click when your cursor changes to that. Right click, and you want to go to Hyperlink. Now this window is really important. You need to make sure that you choose the right options. What you want to do is you want to hyperlink that button to a place in this document. So click on this button here, and then you choose which slide you want that button to take you to. So you can see this is the How Computers Work button. So I want that to take me to the How Computers Work slide. Press OK. And then I do the same process with the next button. So what is binary? Right click, hyperlink, and I want that button to take me to what is binary. Press OK. Right, I'm just going to check this works. If I now click on this button here, slideshow, and if I scroll my mouse over these buttons, you'll notice first of all something's changed because the arrow changes to a hand if there is a hyperlink on one of the buttons. You'll notice that it doesn't change to a hand when I scroll over these 3 buttons because I haven't hyperlinked them. So there's an indication straight away that this is going to work. It's just whether you've linked to the right slides. So if I scroll my mouse over what is binary and click on it, it'll take me to the what is binary slide. So that's working. All I need to do now is hyperlink the rest of these buttons. So I'm going to pause the video and do that. I've now hyperlinked all of my buttons, so I'm just going to test that they work. If I go to the How Computers Work, it works.
If you're like...
If I go to the What is Binary, that works. And again, it's very important that you check each and every button. You'll notice that what I haven't got is when I go to each of these slides, I haven't got any way of getting back to the original slide. And that's what I'm going to show you in the next video tutorial. I'm going to show you, once you get to these slides, how you create a button to take you back to the home slide.